So let me continue. What are the books that you have to refer for this subject as such? The books that you have to refer is, again, I am telling you in detail analysis of the books also. I don't know whether other people will say this or whether others won't say this, but this is going to be a very comprehensive analysis of the books also. Right. What are the books that you have to refer? One is, once again, yes. What are the books that you have to refer here? The books that you have to refer is class notes. This is class notes because you'll understand the subject here. This is very important because you're paying some amount and you're coming and listening. That is the reason why you should follow your class notes. It will give a very good advantage. As the syllabus is very dynamic, Hindu becomes a very essential component, part and parcel of your book list, the Hindu. And then to start with the basics, just like your Tamil Nadu state history book is there, in Tamil Nadu book, there is one thing called 11th class book on political science. There are two volumes, volume 1 and volume 2. This gives about a very clear understanding about what is political science as such, what are the thinkers. So this is a one basic book where you can start and try to read. Very simple to understand and very easy to comprehend the things. So if you want to start reading about this, this is one best point to start with. What are the other components that you have? Now, I am moving to the degree of the books are also, this is basic thing, this is basic thing, this is basic thing. Now, intermediate level books. An Introduction to Political Theory by O.B. Gauba. Now, again, why I have given these many books is every book has its own domain. See, there are 10 topics in section A. Each book has certain weightage in each and every other chapter. O.P. Gauba, again, it is a very basic book. You can read it with a very, just like a novel, you can read it. Very simple to understand, very lucid language to understand. Hence, in order to understand political theory, whatever the theories are there, from chapter 1 to chapter 8 in section A, you can understand them very easily with this book also, O.P. Gauba. Political Theory and Introduction by Rajiv Bhargava and Ashok Acharya. They have clearly written about democracy, they have clearly written about the so-called rights, they have written about power, they have written something about the so-called justice. These four components were well written in this book called Rajiv Bhargava and Ashok Acharya. Very good analysis. Why I referred here is, if you are reading them, you'll understand different perspectives very easily. As far as the political ideologies is considered, that is this component, 8th chapter. As far as this is considered, this gives Andrew Haywood book. This is the best one for that unit 8. Again, it includes not only the ideologies which were given in the syllabus, but it also includes something beyond the syllabus also. So this is one book that has its relevance beyond for that unit 8. This is for political theory. The middle book is for this one. That is 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. That is Rajiv Bhargava book. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 topics. Very good analysis. Political ideologies, this is 8. This covers all from 1 to 9 or 1 to 10. You'll have all the things. But 1 to 8, again here, it is the best book. This is highly advanced book. Again, the level is not from intermediate level. This is very highly advanced. Indian Political Thought, a very good book again by two guys, that is called MP Singh and Himanshu Rai, by Pearson's group who has given this. You have every thinker of Indians and it has beyond your UPSC also. So those who are interested in reading, it will be very good book to read also. So this is again Indian Political Thought exclusively for the so-called 9th chapter, chapter 9. Right. This is exclusively for chapter 9. And this is exclusively for topic chapter 10, Western Political Thought. 50 major political thinkers in section A, paper 1. Western political thinkers, this is exclusively for 10. Now, why I don't ask you to read these books immediately, it requires some basic understanding of the subject, and then you can go and read these thinkers, right? So no need to go with this first. You can keep it at a later stage. But the rest of the things, from here, these three, this one, 4, 5, this you can keep after a period of time, you can postpone it. But this you can read it, you can postpone this, right? Political theory, this is something like a consolidated notes about everything. You can keep it at last, right? So these are the basics, very easy to understand are your newspaper, your Tamil Nadu book, your political theory, topic 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by Rajiv Bhargava and Ashok Acharya. Basic book, O.P. Gauba, you can finish it very quickly if you are understanding the things. Andrew Haywood, Political Ideologies. Andrew Haywood books are a bit difficult because the terminology that he uses, the language with which he presents, it is very tough, I say that. So you can keep it, Andrew Haywood books at the last. Indian political thought, very simple to understand because we know about each and every one in international, in our India. As a result, any book we can read it clearly. But 50 major political thinkers, again, the language will be very difficult here. So keep it on a later date. So these are the 6 or 7 books that you have to refer for the so-called section A. Quickly look at section B. Indian nationalism, political strategies for Indian freedom struggle, constitution to mass satyagraha, non-cooperation, civil disobedience, militant movement, peasant movements, workers' movements, perspectives of Indian national movement, what is liberal perspective of our movement, socialist perspective, Marxist, radical humanist, Dalit. So where will you get this? In Indian political thought. Already you studied Indian political thought in chapter 8, in topic 9, in section A. So that is the analysis here that you have to present. Making of Indian Constitution, salient features of Indian Constitution, how the union government works, how the state governments works, how the absolute democracy works, what are the constitutional posts, what are the statutory institutions, what are non-statutory institutions, federal relations, right? Planning and economic development, caste, religion, ethnicity in Indian politics, party system, social movement. There are 11 topics here. But again, how you can look at the syllabus, all these 11 components, how to remember the syllabus. The syllabus is again, you can remember in only 3 dimensions. One is, the first dimension of the syllabus is speaking about how we got independence from political theory perspective, Indian nationalism, right? So, chapter 1, chapter 2 is speaking about the so-called how we got independence from the political thinker's perspective and how we have framed the constitution. So chapter 1 and 2 you can think about India getting independence, but we will study in political science direction, not history direction. Right. Third component, that is from 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. This is about the salient features of Indian governance, right? How the country is formed. Look at this. Whatever you have read in your Lakshmikant, right? More or less, these are the things. How the state works, salient features of constitution, union government, state government, local government, then statutory institutions, federalism. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is something related to constitution bodies. From 8 onwards, it is speaking about economic development of the country and politics. From 8, 9, 10, 11, this things is about political parties, party systems, how politics is being conducted in the country, and how they are planning. So these are 3 dimensions. One dimension is getting independence, framing your constitution. Second dimension is what is there in that constitution. From 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is about politics. How political organizations are there. What is the importance of identity politics in India, right? And then once a party comes to power, what is the things that they have done, or what is India's development over a period of time, right? This is very simple to understand. Again, why this topic is very simple, because you have your roots firmly in the polity in Lakshmikant, right? So that acts as a base. I don't say Lakshmikant is enough. That acts as a base, and it is going to build you on these lines. If you have studied bare act of Indian Constitution, your work becomes or your life becomes very easy in this IGP, right? So this is section B. And again, this section, this is about politics that I was speaking. There are three baskets in this section B. One basket is independence, second basket is constitution, third basket is politics. When I say politics, role of caste, party systems, social movements, and then it includes one more thing that is called planning and development. So this is the four components. Very simple to understand, right? So what are the books that you have to refer? Again, our class notes, first importance, very important, The Hindu. If you are interested, right, you can read Frontline also, because Frontline gives a very clear understanding about Indian domestic politics. It gives a very clear understanding about the so-called IGP. For IGP, you can refer the magazine called Frontline. It is going to add value to your preparation, right? Because the terminology that they are going to add in this paper, it is going to be very good. Terminology is very good in this paper, just like, because these are printed by same publications. The Hindu and Frontline, both are from same publications. Hence, the terminology that they use is very advanced terminology. Hence, if you are having time, you can read Frontline. Basic books. This is first books that you have to refer. Somewhat, again, these are basic, I say. PM Bakshi, the Indian Constitution, the big one, not the small one, a very big book, where they will be giving about the Constitution articles, and they will be explaining with case studies also, cases also, Supreme Court cases. So this is one book that you can refer. Another good book in this domain is Indian Government and Politics, which speaks about the political angle, particularly how the Constitution is framed, what are the federal relations, how it is being disturbed, right? That you can understand very good from B.L. Fadia. Fadia and Fadia, you call this book as Fadia and Fadia. So you'll understand very clearly in this. I'll show you what are the subcomponents in Fadia and Fadia that are important for this. And again, a very famous book is about Subhas Kashyap's Indian Constitution, Conflicts and Controversies. This is the analysis. Once you understand the Constitution, there will be debates on every article, right? Whether fundamental right to property has to be given or whether it should not be given. So that will be the conflict, and that will be debated in this book. Very good book, which keeps the reader very interesting to understand the things. So this is again a very famous book that you can refer for understanding the Constitution. This is how you have to build up your content. That is what I mean to say. Whenever you want to argue on a point, you have to argue on these lines. So a very good book written by Subhash Kashyap on conflicts and controversies. As far as governance concept is considered, right, you can refer such as rights issue, public policy. You can refer Lakshmikant book of governance in India, but again, if time permits only. One more thing is another advanced book is Oxford Companion to Politics in India. Particularly, they deal with how identity politics are there in the country, such as role of religion, role of caste, role of community, role of ethnicity in Indian politics. This is a very good book in that line, right? For example, what I mean to say is 9, 10, 11, the last section, 9, 10, 11, 8. This is very good book. This is for governance aspects, that is in the second domain. This is for topic 1 and 2 is separate, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5 is very good in this. This is 3, 4, 5, 6 again. Very good understanding. If you want to understand the subject very clearly, you have to read this book. Again, I said already, Frontline, what is the advantage that you are going to get? Apart from this, there is some advanced book. This is, I said, Andrew Haywood. Whenever Andrew Haywood comes, he has been a good political analyst who has contributed much to the subject analysis. So you can read this, the Palgrave Macmillan's Politics by Andrew Haywood. What you have is, this is the advanced book. Once you understand the things very clearly, you can read about this book where he discusses about the politics of one country And then he discusses what are the various factors which play a very crucial role in politics. Remember, when I say politics, it is not about political parties only, but this book also speaks about the so-called how constitution was framed, how is that, right? Again, one more advanced book is the Oxford Handbook of Indian Constitution. Again, Oxford books, they are very good books on Indian Constitution or Indian polity. This was written by Sujit Chowdhury, Madhav Khosla, Pratap Banu Mehta. These thinkers are very important on the Indian Constitution perspective. So again, they are going to give you some insights about how our Constitution is framed, how it has evolved over a period of time. These guys, they speak about Indian National Congress, the first 40 years of our independence very clearly. And this is the book I am speaking about, the so-called Fadia and Fadia. In Fadia and Fadia, these are the references that you have to read. In this book, what are the things that you have to study? This is the thing. Because very good social movements, caste rule, Indian federal features, central state legislative relations, they have given very concisely, very beautifully in this book. So we have to refer this in Fadia and Fadia. So this is about paper 1 books also. Right guys? So what I mean to say is, don't think why sir is referring all these books. Many people won't tell you the books also, but why I am taking the time to say what are the components which are there in the book. Because I don't want you to prepare for marks. I don't want you to go for the so-called material, by heart it, produce it. No, it has to be a very fine understanding. When we are reading the subject, you have to understand the subject in depth so that you will appreciate the subject as such, and we will start using our brains. With these books, it is going to enhance your analytical capabilities, it is going to enhance your so-called reading comprehensions, and then it is going to help you to understand the other aspects which are going on in the society very, very clearly. That is the reason why I referred these many books. And we want to buy these books. Obviously, the books are very costly. So I have soft copies of each and every book which I have presented. No need to worry. I will also share them in the group, right? You can refer to that soft copies also. So today I don't want to enter into second topic, that is called international relations. Tomorrow I'll discuss. First, try to understand what I have said so far in today's discussion. What is the syllabus? Today I have dealt two components. What is the advantage of optional PSIR? What are the pros? What are the cons? How the syllabus is reoriented. In paper 1, there are two sections: political theory, Indian government of politics. Political theory, the root lies in topic 8, topic 9, topic 10, particularly topic 10. You have to go to topic 9, 8. The rest of the story will be offshoots of these three chapters. When it comes to section B, I have also said what are the books that you have to refer for each and everything in section A. In section B, paper 1, again it is Indian government and politics. So you have to understand there are three baskets on this. The first basket is Indian independence, how constitution was framed, that is first basket. The second basket is about the so-called how our governance is there. For that you have to understand the constitution. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is about that. Topic 8, 9, 10 and 11 in section B is about politics, where you will be speaking about how developmental activities has taken place in the country post-independence. You will also be studying about role of caste in politics, role of identity politics. You'll be studying about political parties, and you'll be studying about social movements. Very simple thing to understand if you are reading in this way. Three sections, this is how you have to go ahead. And these are the books that you have to refer. Again, the order of the books that I have given is from basic to a step ahead to further one step ahead to the extreme. So even I have framed these slides of the book saying that this is the basic book that you have to study first, then go to the advanced, then go to the advanced, then if it is last slide, this is highly advanced book, right? This is how I have framed. So I just want to end here, because even if I take paper 2 now also, it is going to add a big thing for you in your minds. Don't worry about it. I am going to show you how this is useful for tomorrow, right? So tomorrow I am going to discuss about section paper 2 as such, how the syllabus is framed and how you can read paper 2 in a very easy way, right? This is what the thing is. So I have not given in these books Lakshmikant at all, because Political science and international relations requires, I said, it is not just undergraduation level, it requires somewhat higher level of understanding. So Lakshmikant, anyway, you might have prepared or not prepared, not much important, but I give much importance to the so-called Bare Act of the Indian Constitution. Bare Act, here in PM Bakshi itself it is there, that is why I have not kept the Bare Act. Right, these are the books that you have to study. If you have any questions, you can ask me. This is the point that I wanted to deal today. Tomorrow I am going to deal with the so-called section paper 2 of optional. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Tomorrow I'll also tell what is the career backup that you can have with the so-called political science. Is it understood? Is my way of presentation understood to each and every guy who has participated here? Understood. Thank you, Rohita.
Yes, sir, it was clear.
Yes, thank you. Right then, tomorrow we'll continue with this paper 2. I'll also tell career backup, what are the books that you have to prepare for that. But start reading newspapers clearly every day. Newspapers is indispensable for these type of optionals. If you don't read newspapers, optional is going to become difficult. If you read newspapers, option is going to be very, very easy. Right. Right then, I'll wind it up this session here. Thanks for joining. Thank you, Divya. Thank you, Rohita. Tomorrow I'll be coming at the correct time, right? At 5:30 I'll be coming. Sorry for delay today. I'll be coming and I'll be starting the class very early. Thanks for joining. Have a good day.